Because of an accidental glance back, the man saw the shorts under the girl's skirt. But very soon, he realized there was a problem. This kind of modern-style underwear could not exist in the 19th century, so he rushed over to question the girl. To confirm what he had just seen, he ignored the girl's resistance and lifted her clothes to check carefully. But for some reason, the red shorts had already disappeared. Watching the girl ride away in anger, the man stood there in a daze, thinking it was just his imagination. What he did not know was that the evidence of the 21st century he was looking for had already been quietly hidden under the hay by the girl. At the same time, a group of people nearby were also sweating over what just happened. The truth was that the man's wealthy father had paid an enormous sum to assemble a professional film crew and stage a time travel program for him alone. He had gone this far because his son had always been proud, domineering, and difficult to control. To correct that temperament, the father brought in a director friend, poured money into occupying an abandoned village, rebuilt it from top to bottom, and made it look like the 19th century again. Then they waited until the son was asleep and arranged everything to make him think he had crossed into another era. The moment Jack noticed his shoes, he finally sensed that something was off. His first reaction was to assume he had been kidnapped, but then someone entered the stable, hauled him outside, and lashed him without a word. That was because the director had assigned him the role of a stable hand, with the scene requiring the landlord to punish him for being lazy. The purpose was to push him into accepting more quickly that the world around him was real. Even so, Jack still would not buy it, and he began looking for a way out. He slipped away in secret, asked the people nearby for help, and pleaded with them to call the police. He soon made it to the edge of the village, but the director had already seen this escape coming. Circus workers had been arranged ahead of time and were waiting outside with a bear to block his way completely. For trying to run, Jack was sentenced to hang. The director never intended to actually kill him, but to keep the story convincing and avoid making Jack suspicious, the female lead stepped in at the last moment. She was the landlord's daughter, and she had long secretly loved Jack, the stable boy. Because of her intervention, Jack was saved just before the execution. Afterward, Jack sat there thinking for a long time. What affected him was not her appearance or figure, but the brush with death, which made him truly understand that the people here could be merciless. Over the next 2 days, he stopped causing trouble and began adjusting to life as a stable boy, slowly settling into his role. Once the director saw that Jack had finally started to believe he was living in the 19th century, he officially launched the next stage of his transformation plan.